it's Reagan, and today we're going to be doing a controversial video today. It's been a minute since I've talked about books I didn't quite love on my channel, so I thought I would do a very popular tag that was pretty popular a while ago that I don't think I've done, and that is the book sacrifice tag, and this was created by our very own Errol Bassett, which I will leave her channel down below for you guys. But yeah, this is just a scenario-based tag where we sacrifice some books. So let's just go ahead and get started. Scenario 1 is, oh my gosh, you're book shopping in a bookstore and all of a sudden there is a PSA announcement letting you know that the zombie apocalypse is upon us. It's happening, it's occurring, they're running amok outside, it's dangerous, okay? You find out that the only cure for the zombie apocalypse is to chuck an overhyped book at them. That'll cure the whole scenario. So, what book do you grab off the shelf? For me, this is pretty much any John Green book. Cue the gasps. But yeah, looking for Alaska, The Fault in Our Stars, An Abundance of Catherines. I've read some of them to completion. I haven't been able to get through other ones. Basically, I just don't love John Green's books. I don't identify with the characters. I don't identify with this weird, doesn't fit in boy who falls in love with a astonishing, beautiful, but mysterious and quirky and not present female lead. Like, I'm just not really into that. I don't like this manic pixie storyline. I never related, even in high school, to this existential crisis all these kids were having. I relate to the not knowing what I'm doing for the rest of my life. I found a lot of his characters to be very upset about a lot of stuff, but they never really took a lot of productive actions to try to rectify the problems they find in their own lives, and that just frustrates me. So yes, that's the first one. Scenario 2 is you just got your hair done, it's looking great, fresh from the salon, and then it starts pouring down rain. To protect your due, you grab a sequel that just didn't live up to your expectations. What is that sequel? For me, recently anyway, that is going to be Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, the supposedly 8th Harry Potter story by Jack Thorne. I didn't love this story. In fact, I found it to be very, very disappointing. I thought it just introduced a lot of new plot holes. It also, to me, disrespected a lot of characterizations that were, you know, crafted and built throughout a 7-book series and just completely tore them down. I don't know. Wasn't a fan of this. I was a fan of Scorpius, but that's pretty much it. But yeah, this would be my umbrella. This video is getting real, guys. I'm getting vicious. Scenario 3 is you're in English class and your teacher's just going on and on about this classic that everyone loves and you just absolutely despise. You don't get why it's such an integral part of curriculum. You just don't understand why people like it so much, and you get so mad you just chuck it across the room. What's that book? And that book for me has to be Dr. Zhivago, which it might be because I had to read it so much because I was involved in academic decathlon in high school. I know, really cool. And that was a book we had for one season of that we really had to read. I mean, it won, I'm pretty sure, the Nobel Prize for writing, and I just find it to be not that great. And the reason why it's been so lauded in American literature and history is because it's one of the only slightly critical books to come out about the Soviet Union during the Cold War, so everyone in America was flipping their shits about this book when it came out. But really, I just don't like how it represents women. Overall, I didn't really like the plot that much, but more than that, I really did not appreciate how women were used. They were literally abused and also used as a plot device and a metaphor in ways that were, to me, incredibly disrespectful. Literally, affairs were used as a way to progress the story forward and explain his life stages. Okay. And overall, I just found it to be minorly insufferable, and I just really hated it, so. Yep. And the very last scenario is you're in the library just perusing along, and then all of a sudden global warming hits in full swing. We live now in a cold tundra, everything is frozen over and it's freezing, and now you need to burn a book to stay alive. What book are you gonna pick? You're supposed to pick your least favorite book of all time. So I have 2 books for this. One is classically my least favorite book. I read it in high school and I just remember just despising it so much, and that is The Marbury Lens. And this book is actually by Andrew Smith, who's an author I really like. I liked and read a lot of his other books, but I don't know, I read this book, I thought it was so strange and confusing and convoluted that I just didn't like it at all, and so it was just a book that just never really grew on me at all. But you know, maybe I should give it another try. And the second book, which I definitely detest much more, is Rule by James Crownover, and this is a book that's actually super well loved, and it just really irks me. This was my like first foray into new adult literature. A lot of people were liking this book, so I picked it up. Ultimately though, I gave it 0 stars because it had problematic relationships, and in my opinion, glorified and also like glamorized sexual assault and consent in a way that was just not cool. And I just like cannot condone that in books, especially when younger kids, even just anyone reading this book and they read a scenario like that and it's typified to be okay behavior, like I just cannot stand by that. So this book to me is just egregious in that situation, so I gave it 0 stars. Not a fan. So, Alrighty guys, that is the book sacrifice tag. I'm sorry if I insulted one of your favorite books, but you know, just gotta let some of these feelings out every once in a while. Let me know down below some of the books you would be okay with sacrificing, as I would love to know. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon with another one soon. Goodbye!